So after trying out a ton of microphones, I think I've just found my favorite all-around microphone. Right here we are looking at the Fifine Amplitank 3 USB and XLR microphone. We're going to use this entire video as a mic test since I'm recording the audio from this, so let me know down below what you think about the quality of the microphone. There is no audio editing. The only thing that I have is a noise suppression filter through OBS, so you're pretty much getting the raw audio directly from this microphone plugged in with USB. So again, let me know what you think about the quality down below. If you're new here, my name is Arnell, the Comic Book Gamer. On this channel, we talk about all things from video game accessories to consoles and other tech accessories that can really help elevate your setup. Whether you are a podcaster or a streamer, or you just need a microphone that can record your audio for things like voiceovers, this is honestly going to be a really good all-around daily microphone that you can use in virtually any situation. So like I mentioned, this takes USB and XLR. Right off the bat, you have your two interfaces that really make this a fantastic plug and play experience. For just a simple connection experience, just use the USB. If you want something that has a lot more customization and ability to fine tune things and dial it in right in the exact, different metrics that you want, then definitely use the XLR for your expanded setups. The audio quality to me sounds really good. It actually captures some of the lower tones in my voice that I feel like are just missing from other microphones, even other things from Fifine. You know that this isn't the first Fifine microphone that we've reviewed here on this channel. I'll have a couple of other ones linked down below if there's different types that you might be looking for. But this one, like I said, is a really good all-arounder for quite a few different reasons. Now, before we get into all that, let's just talk about the unboxing and setup experience. So the unboxing experience is really simple and easy. You really just take it out and you can screw it right into your mic arm, or if you have a stand that is just right on your desk, then you can have it screw and plug and play that way, and with the included USB cable, you are good to go to just plug it into anything in your setup. Now, you could also use an XLR, which this does not include, but it's pretty easy to come by on those. And for more complicated setups, or just not really complicated in a bad way, but just setups that expand more on interfaces and things like that, you'll definitely want that XLR. For me, I'm just fine with the USB, and so this was a great plug and play experience from the get-go. You're also going to get a microphone gain volume adjustment as well as headphone adjustment if you're trying to listen back to the audio that you are speaking into the microphone. Now, one of the things that I really appreciate is the design, and I think this is pretty much the biggest reason why this is a great all-around microphone. It isn't something that is too, screaming gamer boy or anything like that. It doesn't have a ton of crazy RGBs. It doesn't have, Fifine signature pop filter that, has the Fifine smile logo on there. It's really just a sort of streamlined, minimalistic design that I really appreciate and does really well in podcast settings. So if you are doing video podcasts where the microphone is right in your face, well, you don't really want something that has a bunch of RGBs just kind of distracting from the view of what the two people are talking about. And so what you're going to want is something that is more simple, more streamlined, something that has mainly an all black or maybe an all white aesthetic, depending on whatever is your setup. But in this case, you're going to want a pretty much monochromatic sort of design, and that is what you're going to get with the Tank 3. Really, the only light that is on here is the mute button. And so when you are not muted, it will be green. And then when you are muted, so just like that, you can pretty quickly at a glance know if you are muted or not. And so it really does a good job of not being distracting, especially if you are using it, in camera, in shot to be able to record your audio. It's not going to be sort of the focal point of your entire video. It's also great in professional office settings. So that way it's, again, not going to be distracting to anyone else in the office. It's really going to be something that blends in to any other kind of setting while also providing a really good level of audio quality. And I love that it captures audio right at the top of the microphone, so that way it's just picking up my voice right in front of me, and it's the perfect angle, the perfect spot. And for me, I really like this sort of angle of it because it sort of keeps it a little bit out of the way. It's not something that is like a wall that I'm speaking into. It's just one sort of singular point that's right in front of me, angled at a good spot, and it's able to just pick up my audio in a really not distracting way. It's not like the microphone is, sitting up and taking a lot of visual space in the shot. These are some of the things that I kind of pick up on as somebody that edits videos and, produces videos, for the channel and everything like that. These are some of the sort of nuanced takes that I personally notice when I'm editing. And so for something like this to be really understated at a really good lower angle and be able to capture my audio at a very comfortable and natural position, that's something that I really appreciate. And like I was saying, with the design sort of being a monochromatic sort of color with the black and the gray mesh here, it is a really nice build quality as well. It is a metal casing, and so it's, it doesn't feel like a cheap $20, $30, $40 USB microphone. It really does feel like the materials are made with quality in mind. It does have some heft as you take it out of the box, and that's something that you're really going to appreciate because, again, you're not going to be holding the microphone. You could if you needed to, but you're probably not going to be holding the microphone as opposed to some of your cheaper end devices that, maybe the buttons will fall off or the casing might separate or something like that, or maybe you'll accidentally drop it and now the entire thing is shot. Now you actually have something that really does have really good heft and sturdiness to it to, again, stand that test of time and be a really solid piece of your setup for quite some time. Again, this is something that is really key for a lot of different setups. As we've talked about, it's great for the office setting. It's not going to be too distracting. It's also good in a gaming, streaming setup because a lot of times we're going to have other things in our setup that are RGB, like in my case, my gaming mouse, my computer, my RGB lights behind my monitor, my RGB light bar behind me. So I have a lot of RGB already going on. And, honestly, RGB isn't like, there's no way to really overdo it. But again, if you're going to be, streaming on camera and you don't want to have the RGB lights, kind of flashing in your face from the microphone being right there, then it's great just having that ability to just have a microphone that is sort of a stealth look, but gives you really good, clear, professional sounding audio. So if you are interested in picking up the Amplitank 3, I will have an affiliate link down below in the description, as well as the mic arm that I am using. You can get a bundled mic arm with it, but if you want the exact one that I'm using that I recommend, then yeah, definitely check out that link down below. And like I said, I have other reviews on other Fifine microphones, so if you want to check out any other ones that might fit a streaming setup a little bit better than this one, definitely check out those videos linked down below. And I'll catch you in this next video right here. Peace.